What's going on, y'all? So, we got the review for Stargirl Season 3, Episode 1, called Frenemies, Chapter 1, The Murder. This was an okay episode. By now I'm used to Stargirl having a little slow start, but gradually getting better as the season goes along. But as I always do, here's a synopsis before I break down what this episode basically is about. It says, when the gambler arrives in town looking to make amends, the team finds themselves at odds over whether he can be trusted. And that is it. Like, the crux of this episode is that everybody's adjusted to a new norm. You got the Crocs, you got I can't remember the one popular chick. Everybody's trying to adjust to this new norm of the villains wanting to be the heroes and join the JSA. Where we got one girl, who already is a part of the JSA, and because they let her be a part of the JSA, they want the other kids want to join, like the Croc's daughter. She Artemis. She wants to join the JSA now too. But the episodes basically deals with that, the new norm for them, the fact that Starman is back, and the mystery surrounded by how he's back from the dead. Because apparently, as it's told in his episode, Starman is basically this is the real, at least for now, this is the real Starman, and he said he doesn't know how, but his best guess is that when Courtney bonded with the staff, somehow that bond with the staff revived him, and he said he confirmed that when he woke up, he was in the grave. He was in his own grave, and that nobody could hear a scream, so he had to dig himself out. And he found out it was so many years later that he doesn't have any type of family no more. So he's adjusted to the new norm of being a guest in the basement of Courtney's house. I think the evil girl's name was Cindy. I think that's her name, Cindy. You got the one guy trying to bring back Solomon Grundy, and pretty much that's where they get a visit from the gambler. The gambler basically comes to town and says he wants to make amends, but they find out the reason why he wants to make amends. He wants to be a better person for his daughter. But as this episode goes, there are things that's happening that makes them think that the gambler can't be trusted. Even some of the villains that's been helping Courtney and them, like the Shade and everybody, they even question whether the gambler could truly be trusted. But it's shown throughout the episode that, at least for the most part, or for all of it, that it has to be true. And the reason why I say all of it, because the show is called Murder, and someone gets murdered, and that the person who gets murdered proves that the gambler was telling the truth. I'm trying to. Was there anything else? I mean, for the most part, I enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed Courtney trying to convince her fellow, JSA friends and stuff, that these people are trying to reform and be good guys. I like that they got subtle hints to Starman still being kind of a dick. There's something going on with the Shade, the gambler, and the fact that his story is actually the story that he told was actually being true. There was a lot of things I like about this episode, and I enjoyed it. The only thing I say was that, like I said, the only thing I didn't like was just the slow pacing, and some of the stuff was uninteresting. I like that Courtney was trying to convince everybody about and trying to convince people that villains deserve a second chance. It was like something like out of the Flash, but I'm over Cindy being like she's trying to change, and they don't show her that she still got the whole I'm the pop of the girl head B attitude. She's yet you got her at the same time trying to change. So it's like that's the only thing I didn't like was the slow pacing, and the fact that you got ornaments for the most part too. They trying to change to be good guys, but they don't. You don't take you took some stride, but you don't take enough stride for me to be like, well, I don't believe they really going to change. She's not even trying to not be a dick. You know, Cindy's not even trying to be a dick. Like the one scene where she joins them at the table and she said, wow, I guess since I'm sitting here, this is no longer the loser's table. And they had to remind her this never was the loser table. And I'm like, but you want to, this is the person, but you want to join the JSA, but you don't want to change your attitude. You're still acting like Cindy, the dick bully. But I digress. Yeah, the episode was decent. I enjoyed it. There was, like I said, there was a shot murder, and it came at the end. That was the other part where I mean by the slow pacing. I'm like, well, the episode is called The Murder. When do we get to the murder part and it finally happens at the end? And of course, they did the cliche of somebody being there that they already distrust, and the person claiming that it wasn't them. Overall, though, I would give this episode of Stargirl. I'm gonna be generous because I was gonna give it a 6, but I'm gonna be generous to give it a 7 out of 10 big ups, just because it's the first episode, and you know the first episode had to basically lay the groundwork for what's to come. So I give it a pass. The reason why I'm giving it a 7 over a 6 is because the one thing that was going to take it down to a 6 was me saying, you know, me not enjoying the little slow pace to the murder or, you know, some other stuff. But then I'm like, you know what, it's the first episode, so I'm going to give it slack, and I'm going to give it a 7. So, yeah, that's it. But let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this episode of Stargirl. And if you enjoyed this review, you hit this button right there in the upper right corner. You see how I struggle to get that up like Austin Theory. Review. If you enjoyed this review, you hit this button right there in the upper right corner for all of my reviews. And if you enjoyed this video so much, you want to support the channel, you know what to do, guys. You hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, hit that thanks button, and hit that join button if you want to see copyrighted stuff that I can't put on YouTube due to copyright. Yeah, and as always, enjoy these videos and enjoy my gameplay videos coming up next. Peace out.